So many of us heard the story about Adam and Eve. From when we were kids, those of us that grew up in the church, we heard blaming of Eve and say it was her fault and all these different kind of things. But in truth, if you read the text, even how God deals with Adam and Eve, it really wasn't like that. It really wasn't like that. First of all, you got to understand what was happening with Eve when the serpent came to her. There's a reason why Lucifer could not go directly to Eve. There's a reason why Lucifer could not go directly to Adam. Because to understand this is, during that time, he was trapped in a space of eternity that God allowed him to stay in. There was a wall, a spiritual wall that would prevent him from directly coming into contact with Adam and Eve. God designed it that way. He went to the serpent because the serpent out of all the animals was very cunning. But there was a desire in the serpent to be more than what it was. That's why the serpent went to Eve. See, it was not just the serpent just being deceiving. The serpent thought he was going to be more than what he was going to be if he followed the instructions of Lucifer. Okay. It wasn't just, well, you tell me something and then that's it. No, what's in it for me? So the serpent understood that in order for me to get to Adam, which I can't go to either. Now the serpent couldn't go to Adam because of the order that God had gave him in the garden. Lord. He was Lord over Eden. Therefore, the serpent could not go to him and beguile him because he was Lord. He was Lord status over what God created. If you understand your purpose, there's certain things that you can't touch in your life. Right. If you understand your purpose, certain people you can't talk to. Because if you do, they'll talk you out of your blessing, out of your promise, out of what God will for you. Yes. So Eve explains to the serpent, let's go back. What's the report? What's the report? Now watch this. But of the fruit of the tree, which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. What's the report? What's going on here? She's saying what God said, but the serpent is saying what Lucifer informed him to say. Okay, now watch this one. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. There's a partial truth in there, but it's not complete. What the serpent relied on was the part that she heard before, but added something else to it to connect. See, sometimes what people will do, they'll use what you like, something familiar that's endeared to you, to pull you in to bring you down. So what they do is that they use something close to you. If I can't get to you directly, see, Satan doesn't always deal with you directly. He deals with you indirectly. He'll find somebody to tap into who's close to you to help bring you down. Because it's easier to bring somebody down when they know who you are, when you have an emotional investment into them to put you down. That's why you got to understand, can I separate my flesh from what the person is saying?